Hello everyone, my name is Danny, and this review is for Ocean's 8. "5 years, 8 months, 12 days. That's how long Debbie Ocean has been concocting the greatest heist of her storied career. It will require the best in the field, including her former partner in crime, Lou, and a crew of specialists. Their target? $150 million in diamonds that will adorn the neck of a world-famous actress at the event of the year, the Met Gala. The plan appears rock solid, but it needs to be flawless for them to get in and get away, all in plain sight." This is a 2018 film. It runs 110 minutes. It's rated PG-13, and it stars Sandra Bullock, Cate Blanchett, Anne Hathaway, Mindy Kaling, Sarah Paulson, a girl named Awkwafina, and it also includes Rihanna and Helena Bonham Carter. Ocean's 8. Yeah. Well, I'm going to start with my negatives because I have two of them. Anne Hathaway. She's not the best, actress ever, and I've never really been, wow, she's amazing. Some movies that she's done are kind of classics, but I've never been wowed by her. So I kind of thought she was a little sad in this movie. I didn't get much out of her. She has this interaction at the end about why her character is turning to a life of crime, and she says to make friends. The conversation there is the worst of the movie, and it's all because of Anne Hathaway and her dialogue and her reactions to things. And I just did not appreciate her at all. I didn't appreciate her character, and that conversation at the end just kind of killed things. It just was had all this momentum building, and then it had asked Anne Hathaway why she's turning to a life of crime, and she says to make friends. And everybody kind of makes light of it. It's almost like they're stepping out of movie mode to make fun of her character. And it's what are we doing here? This is stupid. This is really, really stupid. And then, it's not like he's an actor per se, but James Corden is the investigator for this crime in this movie, and obviously he's a funny person, but he's not an actor, and he actually does pretty well, to be honest. I wasn't seeing him coming, and I know he's a funny person, so he was all right. But the narration of his investigation, thanks for this, I'll give you 10%, blah blah blah. That kind of stuff is narrating the dialogue of criminal and investigator, and there's supposed to be some kind of chase. There's supposed to be some kind of get. There's not supposed to be people sitting down talking about what they'll do and what they'll give each other. I thought that was really stupid. I was expecting a different ending, a little bit more dramatic, but it just, that I was just expecting something else. But I don't think we can get much more out of a comedian and Anne Hathaway. I wasn't expecting much out of those two, and they gave me enough to make the movie work. But those are my two negatives, and there are two negative scenes that they're in. Kind of killed the movie's momentum as we got to it towards the end. But the connection between the first trilogy of men making the Ocean's movies, 10, 11, and 12, I think, right? Ocean's 11. I think it started with 11, 12, 13. There you go. And the connection between that and Sandra Bullock's character was made right away. It was very easy to understand. It was a simple, understanding, explanation thing. And I appreciated that. And they moved on from it and had the movie. Didn't have to worry about anything else. Didn't have to worry about trying to make sense of this movie. Just said, this is the explanation. We're moving on. Very good. Very precise, good connection. And then the stealing that happens early in the movie to set up everything with Sandra Bullock just proves how really good she is, because these were smooth, they were, satisfying. Everything that she does at this department store and through this airport and with this hotel right away at the beginning of the movie is just beautiful. Like, I didn't see that coming. It just blew past me. And I was like, wow, that was awesome. That was really straight, clear cut, precise, beautiful stealing. And it just kept the movie rolling after that. So then it turned into the typical Ocean movie. And obviously, the first three movies were great. And they're always going to be known as pretty darn good movies, no matter what kind of movie, kind of genre you're a fan of. And I would say that this falls right in line with them. And they could probably make three of the women movies. I wouldn't be surprised one bit. And this was absolutely amazing. Like, it was well acted with people I didn't really want to like. These comedians that get thrown into these movies, and you feel like you have a bunch of people, so the movie's going to be awesome. Not all the time they are, but this one, you're like sitting there, and it's so smooth through the transitions, and it makes everything make sense, and has a job for everybody. And once they get really serious into the plot, and in typical Ocean movie, they explain everything at the end. It really is a fluid movie that is entertaining and dramatic and great acting all across the board. Everybody doing their thing. It felt like Fast and Furious. It felt like Oceans. And, it just felt like a great just group effort to make this work. And it came out as a real great movie. And I was completely surprised and satisfied the whole time. And I would totally suggest watching it, because I don't see much wrong with it other than two actors that kind of get on my nerves a little bit, and they kind of always have, and two scenes that kind of kill the momentum for a minute. But otherwise, it makes sense. There are two surprises. I will not give that away, but hopefully that intrigues my future self into watching this again, and for you to watch it. And I really am going to give this an A, Ocean's 8, and I just think it was completely satisfying of a movie. I can't see much wrong with it. I enjoyed it the whole time. I think it's good for anybody to watch. It's one of those movies. So, yeah, give Ocean's 8 a try. I give it an A. Moving on. My name's Danny. If you like this or any of my other videos, try and give some of them a watch. Like and subscribe to my channel if you would. And enjoy your movies, especially this. Thanks a lot, guys.